Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lady Nika, and with last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's season 10, episode 5, Petty Party. Before I begin the review, if you did not watch my Married to Medicine, as you can see and hear, I'm not feeling my best, and the laptop is not here for me to do a voiceover or a good little speaker broadcast, and I don't like doing my reviews like that anyway, so you got to pardon how a bitch look today. Y'all know I come better than this here most days, but I'm just not feeling my best. So in order for me to do the review, I had to do it this way, or else I wouldn't have got it done until maybe tomorrow when I was feeling better. Um, I am taking medications, try to get this shit together, but I just ain't feeling my best right now. Um, Cold, I guess. The weather's so fucking crazy. We ain't having no real winter, even though right now I'm cold as hell. We ain't having no real winters. It be hot as hell, then it'll be a cold snap. And I probably got caught up in all of that there. But I have been taking some meds to try to feel better. But here I am to do this review, because if I ain't do it today, I probably would have never got it done. And I know a lot of y'all come over here for this. So pardon the appearance, a bitch will be back to herself unswole, hopefully by Love and Hip Hop New York. But for right now, bitch, we gonna roll on with the Bunny Chronicles, okay? Now we start back off at Nene party, and Kim being taken outside because she mad at Kenya for snapping back at her. Like I said, Kim started and Kenya responded to it and finished it. Cynthia said after the girls sat down and Kim and Sheree had left that Kenya didn't start shit and she let it go for a minute before she did. But Kim started it and Kenya just finished it. But Nene was sitting over there talking about Cynthia and her wig need to calm down, like she wasn't sitting at that same table and or sitting at that same little setting of women, and she didn't hear what the fuck that Kim was saying to Kenya. Now Nene, don't start that stupid shit. And if I'm not mistaken, I had picked up on a little jealousy that from Nene, because Cynthia was definitely having Kenya back. But with Kenya, and she's saying, would Kenya do the same thing for Cynthia? And I said, yes, she would. Did we forget Nene uh, was cutting up on Cynthia a couple of seasons back when Cynthia, with Phaedra, in fact. And that wind up being the reason why Kenya and Cynthia got so close. That's what started their friendship. The fact that Nene had kind of ostracized so Cynthia over to the corner and was dealing with Phaedra, and that kind of left Cynthia with nobody to really hang with. So her and Kenya started hanging together, and they have built this friendship. Ain't no sense in hating, Nene. Don't come over here with that shit. Or was it that you, at this time in filming, you wasn't sure whether or not you was gonna be cool with fucking Nene? I mean, with Kenya, and or was you gonna get back gal pals with your girl Kim? Is the reason why you really didn't want to say whether or not Kim was in the wrong for that when you know she is. But see, remember, this that same party that Kim's daughter went up in Nene's bathroom and took them pictures of so-called roaches, but them was just regular bugs that get in your fucking house. See, that Nene ain't know all that was coming. That's why she wasn't really saying Kenya was in the right, and she wasn't really saying Kim was in the right. She was trying to play it in the middle. But once everything came out about what Brielle had did on the Snapchat, that's when you notice now, if you watch social media, Kenya and Nene and them is cooler now. See, at the time when all of this happened at first, she didn't know which way to go. She didn't, because she didn't know if her and Kim was going to click up and be alliances, or was she going to be able to be cool with Kenya. Because you know that she ain't really cool with Kenya yet. Even in what, 5 episodes, 4 episodes in, she still ain't really cool with her yet. It's still iffy between the two of them. Watch the ties begin to change, and Nene gonna be cooler with Kenya now, because all that shit done happened with Kim. Now Sheree and Kim go down the street to Porsha. Remember, Porsha stay right down the street from Nene, right? So they go down there, and Porsha is telling Porsha about She almost had to be Kenya to a pulp. And I said, on what planet was she doing all of that on? About to do all that. You only booked because you knew security and Kroy wasn't going to let Kenya mollywop your ass. Kenya from Detroit. And I don't know if y'all heard, but child, them Detroit bitches, they don't play no game. They crazy and we'll fight your ass for real. So, baby, I don't know if you wanted to put that Lily White up against D-Town, because it seemed like Kenya might have would have kicked your motherfucking ass. That's what it seems like to me. Now, I didn't respect the lie Kim told with a straight over Botox ass face. I ain't appreciate that. She didn't say that you tried to pimp your daughter out for John Legend tickets for your injured son. Your son never did come into play. She said, bitch, worry about pimping your daughter out for John Legend tickets. And Bravo showed the tweet you sent to Chrissy Teigen. But Kenya never said that. And Sheree, you are ain't shit bitch too, in my opinion, because you got hound dog motherfucking ears. You didn't hear Kenya mention her injured son, but according to you, it could have just been so much going on you didn't pay attention to it. No, you should have stopped that lie right there and told Kim, now look, she did say what she said about your daughter, but she not one time mentioned your fucking son. And did y'all get that it seemed like they was more mad about Kim was more mad that her injured son was mentioned opposed to her daughter. I guess because you had actually did the tweet saying who did your daughter have to suck off. So you wasn't that mad about Brielle, but your damn show was mad about this son. And this woman ain't never mentioned no damn son. I didn't respect that. I think that shit was some bullshit. Talking about you didn't hear her say that because she didn't say it. And Porsha, shut the fuck up, because Porsha told Kim to stay away from Kenya now because she gonna flip it like you the one that's crazy when Kenya was the one that pushed the buttons. Well, if y'all super slow asses know this, then don't start no shit, won't be none. And did y'all notice that Porsha said, so she was talking about your injured son and your whole daughter? She just sit right there in front of fucking Kim and called her daughter a hoe. And it was this awkward silence. I don't know if that was taping or if that was meant to be, but bitch, it was an awkward silence. And I'm sitting there like, so Kim, you ain't gonna say that bitch just called your daughter a hoe. In your face. Now, either Porsche slow as fuck or both of them bitches slow. Because show said she did not scream. Now, Cynthia and Noelle go to this pastry shop and they going to be decorating cupcakes and things like that. And they doing that and then they began to talk and Cynthia asked if Noelle had told Peter that she was moving to Charlotte. She said no because she been rethinking that decision. She said that her and her boyfriend, although it do seem like they got a future ahead of them, they are still relatively young. So she's opting to stay in Atlanta with her mama and live life a little bit, and if it's meant to be, they'll come back together later on. And I was glad to hear that that girl got that kind of mindset, even though I still say ain't no way my 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old would have been talking about going to live in no Charlotte, North Carolina to live with no motherfucking man, no way. But thank God somebody done taught her right. Maybe it's Cynthia. Cynthia, in my opinion, it's cool to be friends or be friendly with your children, but there is no friendship between a parent and a child. It just ain't gonna, no. I don't give a damn. 8 to 80, blind, crippling, crazy. We ain't friends. I'm your mama, and you're my daughter. And it's a certain thing you ain't gonna do around me, and it's certain shit you ain't gonna say around me. And it's just is what it is. It's respect. But thank God she's staying and not moving in. Moving too damn fast, moving to Charlotte to live with some man. Somebody taught her right. I don't know who it was, but I think Cynthia needs to stop being Noelle's friend so much and maybe return to being her mother's son. Because, girl, you allow a little bit too much. Because she ain't got no coin. So if anything going on, you paying for it. And ain't no way in hell I'm going to pay for another person to go fuck, especially my child. I'm just saying. But the girl ain't going. Now, Cynthia say she been trying to develop her own interests. And and build her own new single life without bothering Noelle so much. So she tell her about her friend Will. He 41 and he's much, that to her that's better than the 29-year-old Evan, aka Norbert with swag that she was dating on the first episode. She said there ain't no couple, but Cynthia is hoping that they will become closer as time go on. I don't even see how she comfortable talking to her daughter about that. Child, my children had to pry shit out of me. I'm just a very private person like that anyway. I don't really just like telling my details, bitch. I don't. I keep these cat facts on lockdown, bitch. These bitches on lockdown. They like in the vault of vaults, okay? Now, Greg had a successful doctor appointment. He doing better. He said he had to have his medicines calibrated and he feeling better, although he's not out the woods. And you can tell that Nene was worried, but more at ease now that it seemed that Greg gonna be alright. She tell him about Sheree's girl trip to San Francisco and how she not comfortable really leaving because he might need her. And she reassured him, child, go ahead on, baby. Go ahead on. I'm good over here. She said, well, I ain't got to be flipping over at night checking to see if you breathing. He said, no, because I'm up all night. And I caught what the fuck he was saying. He stands up at night. I said, well, all right then, Gregory. We knew you were doing something to it to hold on to that moose this long. But all right then, girl. Go ahead on. I'm glad Greg doing better because these illnesses, they can shake and stir your fucking life, but girl, it's life afterwards, honey. It's life afterwards. I'm living proof of it. Cause as thick as I be sometimes, bitch, I be living, okay? Ain't nobody gonna stop me. Now, Kenya's great grandmother who raised her died when she was on this episode. She 86 years old, died from Alzheimer's, and Kenya is upset. She upset, she crying. Cynthia comes over there, bring her a beautiful bouquet of flowers, and they talk a bit. We see the Kenya play a video of the grandma saying that when Kenya was like 3 years old, the mother and them wanted to get rid of her, adopt her out, and the grandma said, "No, I'll take care of her. We ain't gonna send her nowhere." And I just want to know what is really the dynamics of what went on in Kenya. Like, cause we get this fun and this verbal assassin on this TV, but this girl come from a really fucked up ass background. How is it that her mama and her mama people didn't really fool with her daddy people did. There's something, was it, you know what, I'm not gonna speak that into existence. I'm just gonna say it's a strange situation. I'm sorry that her grandmother passed away, because I know that's like a death. She losing her mama too, because that woman did raise her. Now, after they talk about that, Cynthia mentions the girl trip, and Kenya say she not sure she can attend. She got to check with her baby, Mark, and see what, he playing with, if he want her to go or whatever. So she'll let her know how she feeling as they get closer to the trip. Now, Cynthia got a FaceTime from Will as she was preparing her stuff to go to the trip to San Francisco. And he want another day. He want to take her out on a big boat. Child, she excited about it and she likes him, and that's cool to me. I ain't got no problem with that. Girl, go on and do the unthinkable with Will if you haven't already. You only live once, bitch. YOLO. Anyway, Sheree go to see Candy. Now, before she got there, Candy and Don Juan was talking. First of all, Candy was still feeling some kind of way because she have to leave so much on work related jobs and stuff, making that good coin. She feel like sometimes she not being there for her baby as much as she should. And I'm like, this Candy, he ain't in school yet. Girl, sometimes these women be having their kids with them. You might have to pack little Ace up and put him up in the tour bus and roll off with him. And it look like what she doing, because that's what I be seeing when I watch her IG. But, she feeling that way, even though she glad that she does have the work coming in. She sometimes feel like she ain't being as productive with her child. So then she say Sheree gonna come over there and give us some tea, and Don Juan say, now hold up. You know when we get Sheree tea, we gotta double check because that bitch sometimes don't handle it like she should. She don't call it like she said. She the bone carrier, but the bitch ain't carrying the bone the right way. So when Sheree get there, he tell her what he said. She said, "Oh no, baby, I always tell the tea how it is." And Candy told her about her going to New York, being on cover of Essence, and of course she congratulated her. And then she went on to tell her about the fight that had occurred at Nene's all-white party between Kim and Kenya. Now, again, she repeated that the Kenya was supposed to have said that uh, Brielle was pimped out to get backstage passes for a John Legend concert for the injured son. And even Don Juan was like, wait a minute, that don't sound right. Now, why would Kenya say for the injured son? That's when Sheree has to say again, well, it was so much stuff going on. I didn't really per se hear her say that. Then why are you passing that shit around? If you didn't hear her say that out of your own ears, then you shouldn't say that, because you and I both know that that ain't what the fuck you heard. That ain't what you heard, child. That ain't what you heard. Anyway, she asked Candy, girl, look, you gonna come with us to San Francisco? I got all these girls coming. And you know Candy wanna see the mess. So she said ain't nothing gonna stop her from going. So she's on board to go down here to the trip to San Francisco too. Candy going, even though she don't like all the girls she going with. Now we get to the airport and Sheree there first waiting on the girls, and Porsha comes, and her and Porsha, they swap fake pleasantries, and Porsha compliments Sheree on her braids, and they was cute. Candy arrives next, and it's awkward because Candy not feeling Porsha, so she ain't paying Porsha no fucking attention. Then Cynthia arrived, and she could feel the tension in the air, but they act like it wasn't really no tension, even though they both saying something in them confessionals. They decided to go on ahead for the gate. Kim not coming at this point. Anyway, they had Kim not coming and Nene and Kenya running late. Okay, that's what happened. Now let's go back to Marlo, cause she went over to Nene's house, and they in there talking, and Nene big walk-in closet, and Nene showing her how she put everything, trying to get her outfits together for the trip. Also, we see that she's showing Marlo how she arranged the cards as Marlo had taught her. And then she says the girls are planning a trip to San Francisco, and she invites Marlo. Marlo has to go to Cali anyway to pick up her new car, so she said, yeah, I'll come through. Okay, so Nene decided, well, we'll tell them about it when we get there. Okay, then Nene said that all the girls got their feelings, they individual feelings toward Marlo, including her, but she needs someone to have her back as Cynthia has Kenya's. And when she said that, she started talking about Kenya and Cynthia and how Cynthia is going to bat for her. Marlo instantly realized, girl, you jealous. Nene saying she ain't jealous, but that's a damn lie. That's the only why you mentioned that is because you feeling some kind of way. But you the one kind of opened up the door for Cynthia to build a friendship as tight as she has with somebody else. Remember when you nutted up on Cynthia for a whole season, even tried to get her fired, and Cynthia and Kenya bonded in that moment? Well, just because you back don't mean that shit changed, bitch. Get over that. Okay? We still talking about Porsha. Nene say Porsha told her the last time that they talked that the door was closed. So, when they got into it at Cynthia party. So she ain't really trying to fuck with Porsha neither. So it is what it is with that whore, okay? Now, we're in San Francisco, and all the ladies got their room, but before then, let me back up. We on the damn party bus headed to the hotel. Everybody in there talking about themselves and their relationship. Porsha say she ain't had sex in 5 months, and everybody thought that was funny because they was like, bitch, please. she asked Candy, who was laughing real loud, why she laughed. Candy said, I don't know nothing. Yeah, because Candy feel like, bitch, you probably just fucked before you got on the plane with them. Okay. Then we learned that Sheree is in this relationship with this guy who she liked, but she can't be intimate with. And Kenya asks, well, why you can't be intimate with him? Is he incarcerated? And Sheree says yes. And she say Nene know him, it's Tyrone. And Nene was like, Tyrone. And then we play a clip from back in the day when Sheree and Nene had got into it, and it was in conjunction with something Tyrone had said. So I was kind of surprised Sheree shared that, because we know Sheree is quick to be in everybody's business, but she don't never want to share her own. But I guess she gonna need this man as a part of her storyline for this season, so she went ahead on and admitted that she is in this relationship with him. Now, once we get to the hotel, the ladies got their rooms, Marlo there, and Marlo and Nene decide to venture downstairs to the dinner that Sheree had prepared for them. The ladies are surprised to see Marlo. Sheree says she didn't tell Nene that she could have a plus one, but when Marlo around, at least they can keep it honest, okay? Next thing I know, Sheree says that Nene and Porsha's argument was really over nothing and they need to talk, and that segued into them getting into it. Porsha say Nene was mad at her, angry in fact, and Nene said no, she not mad, but Porsha talked shit about her on Dish Nation, and we saw a clip of the breast saying Nene came at Porsha aggressively, and Porsha saying some people speak blessings on you, others try to destroy you. Porsha said Nene did come for her bottom line, which was her job, and Bravo played the clip of Nene answering a question from a viewer who asked who do she feel should leave the franchise, and Nene said fraud and frat because they taking away the class out of the show. Now, Nene is steady saying she ain't said that she didn't make no phone calls. No, you didn't. And no, you didn't use the word fired. But when you say freak and frat and fraud, or fraud and frat, however you said that on Watch What Happened Live, when you said that they need to be the two that would lead the show because they taking away the class from the show, you are essentially saying that you're saying that this woman should lose her job. And then they brought up, Nene said, well, okay, so you admit you just took, it's okay for Phaedra not to have no bottom line because she the only one not here. And Porsha was like, so you defending Candy now. Nene say somebody need to do something. Your ass need to be reprimanded for what you did to Candy. Nene said, I ain't never tried to do you no harm, Porsha. When all that shit went down with you and Kenya, I was the one that had your back, and Candy said, well, I tried to have her back too, but whatever. And basically they gets into it about who right and who wrong, who talking shit on their show, who ain't talking shit. Child, Nene bun was coming down. Polar Marlo was trying to put the bun back together. And before I know that Nene Porsha had done said, fuck Nene. Nene said, fuck you. And child, they kept arguing. And that's where it went off because they was trying to break them up from having this argument because Nene was getting louder and louder. And my thing is this right here. Nene, you did say the girl bottom line needed to be snatched away from her, but you didn't say that without someone asking you that. You didn't volunteer. No, you did not call over to Bravo and probably say she need to lose her job, but saying it on the show the way you did, you still said it. And why don't you just admit that shit? Yeah, bitch, I said it at that moment. I felt that way. Just be honest about it. And Porsha, you do talk shit about Nene on Dish Nation because I've heard it. I don't understand. And Candy got a right to feel however the fuck she want to feel because that was some shit that went on in her life that she still probably has some effects from it, because just because it was proven that it was a lie, you still got stupid motherfuckers in social media that will get on there and still be calling her P.O. Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But that was it, y'all. If I left anything out that you feel that's pertinent down there in that panty, put it there. And y'all remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share the video wherever it is you share videos. Hopefully tomorrow will feel better and we can talk some more. We can talk better. Because I really ain't feeling good right now. So I'm finna sign my ass off and lay my ass down and try to medicate so that I can be a better me on tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow for Love and Hip Hop New York. Peace.